great speakers from Socias and Tech for Impact Summit. So, Seira-san, floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Ogura-san. Hi, everyone. My name is Seira Yun. I'm the founder of Socius. ちょっと始める前に一応確認したいんですけど、もし日本語しかわからない方、英語が苦手だよという方もしいたら手を挙げていただけると嬉しいです。もしいなければこの英語で進ませていただきます。大丈夫そうですね。じゃあ、so we'll have this session in English. So let me put this here. So first, I would like to explain what Socius is, and then we'll get into three of our main products. So Socius is a decentralized ecosystem empowering everyone to create positive change. And we have 6 synergistic products. And the first one is Socius Fund. It is a crowdfunding platform that combines grant making, grant distribution with community donations. And we are tackling disparities in investment, especially for the Global South and female founders. And the second one is Socius Work. It is a job matching platform connecting impact organizations, impact startups, nonprofits, and sustainability departments of large corporations with purpose-driven talent. And thirdly, we have Socius Academy, and Chris-san, my colleague Chris-san, will explain in detail later, but it is an educational program that trains people to do ESG assessment and impact accounting, and so that after they graduate from our program, they can join EY, KPMG, and other consulting and accounting firms, or go in-house and join sustainability or CSR departments of large corporations. Fourthly, we have Socius Verify and also Socius Wallet. This is a self-sovereign identity solution. So this is something that brings more trust and more traceability to everything we do. So we combat greenwashing, impact washing through Socius Verify and Socius Wallet. And finally, we have Tech for Impact Summit. This is an annual event. This year, it will happen at actually right next to Thornton Hills Forum on the 7th of October. And I will get into more detail later on Tech for Impact Summit. So today, we'll focus on Socius Fund, Socius Academy, and Tech for Impact Summit. Okay, so what is Socius Fund? Our mission is to democratize access to capital. So the problem we are trying to solve is that we are facing enormous investment disparity at the moment. Only 2% of venture capital around the world is going to female founders, women founders. And only 2.8% of venture capital is going to the Global South. And why is this happening? This is not because of the lack of talent in the Global South or female founders, but because of who makes the decisions. Because all these decisions, investment decisions, are made by mostly men in the Global North. And that's why we are trying to tackle this issue by changing who makes the decisions on how to distribute the funds. So this year, we raised about $1.5 million to distribute this year in 2025. And how we are going to decide is not, we have like 6 members from Socius team. We will not decide who will receive this funding, but it's the community. Actually, all of you can vote or donate today on Socius Fund platform, and that will contribute to making decisions on who will receive funding. So we base our decisions on 3 things. First one is the number of supporters. So the more supporters you have for your project, you're likely to get funding. Second is how much donations you can raise, and that will also show community support for your project. And finally, your supporters' past contribution to social and environmental impact projects. Because we believe that people who have contributed in the past to different social impact, environmental impact projects, they should have more say, more voting power in making decisions on how to distribute funds. And this way, underrepresented founders, especially women and also people in the global south, can access funding because it's not small group of people in the global north making decisions, but it's their supporters, your neighbors, your friends actually voting and making decisions. So today everyone can vote, but we are aware of fraudulent activities that could happen. So if it's based on email addresses, I'm sure you have multiple email addresses for different purposes, and they can vote many times, and that increases the voting power. We want to avoid that kind of situation, and that's why we do account verification using the blockchain technology. And what this technology enables us to do is that we can avoid these fraudulent activities while allowing you to remain anonymous. So the platform actually doesn't know who you are, but we know that you don't have an extra account. You don't have a duplicate account, and you are not a bot, and you're a human being. So with the blockchain technology, you can selectively disclose information. So you can retain your personal information like your name, your photo ID, your age, your address, everything remains private, but you can prove that you are a unique individual. Secondly, we have this reputation score system. So this is also, we've implemented the system to avoid fraudulent activities like people buying votes and trying to manipulate the voting power. So how we manage this situation is that we give more voting power to people who have participated in the past. So like people who have already contributed to the community, to social and environmental projects, they will have more say, more voting power. And this will allow people who have vested interest in maintaining the platform to have more voting power. And we have innovative system that allows us to become sustainable, self-sustainable. So we ask all the projects that get funded to voluntarily contribute their profits or success. So that could come in the forms of their shares or their tokens or a percentage of the revenue share. And if they produce carbon credits, they can also donate carbon credits back to our matching pool. This way, we can be self-sustainable. And we also ask them to report on their impact. So in many funding schemes, when there are funding available for social impact projects, it's often not clear whether that funding was efficient or effective in solving social and environmental issues. And we we're connected with Socials Academy. So we ask the students and also the instructors to conduct impact accounting for these projects so that it's crystal clear how much impact they had for their projects. And finally, if you want to donate to these projects, that will increase your voting power and the chances for these projects to get funded. But your donations are tax deductible, so you can benefit, you can enjoy tax benefits for donations. So the benefits are clear. So first, underrepresented founders like women founders and founders from the global south, they can raise capital through this system. And second is that because of this impact accounting for all the projects, impact will be clear, and this will allow more funding to come to most effective founders and projects. And thirdly, we believe that we've raised $1.5 million this year to be distributed. However, we want to increase our impact, and we want to use this funding as a catalyst. So we want to aim for $2 million in impact, including donations, $500,000 of donation from communities. And finally, we want to be self-sustainable. So in many of these schemes, grants, it's a one-way street, but because of the voluntary contributions, we are aiming for 5% annual return within 10 years. So within 10 years, we want to receive their tokens, their shares, a percentage of their profit back to the matching pool, and then we can distribute that matching pool again to different projects. At the moment, we have a pilot round going on. So we started with a very small amount, $10,000 in the matching pool, and it's ongoing until the 1st of June. So we have 3 days left for this round. And I encourage everyone to vote in this round. We have 11 projects going on. And round 1 will start next month. So $500,000 will be available for you anyone can ask for this funding. And round 2 will start in September. And this will be a $1 million round where you can ask for funding. So thank you so much for listening. For this session, the Socius Fund, we encourage everyone to vote. So everyone here is actually eligible to vote on Socius Fund pilot round. It's available until the 1st of June. And especially if you're looking for funding in the next round, $500,000, then I especially encourage you to vote because it will increase your voting power. Remember the reputation score to protect the existing community. The more you vote, the more reputation score you will gain. And we also have a campaign that everyone now receives 1,100 thank. This is our internal currency, internal token. And this is worth about $7.7. And if you also refer your friends, your network, you can earn 1,000 thank, about $7 each for your referrals. And you also have a chance to win 15,000 thank, about $100. And this will allow you to buy Tech for Impact Summit and also their special benefits for thank token holders. So if you can scan this QR code, you can vote today to receive all these benefits. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Hi, everyone. I hope everyone's having a lovely afternoon. My name is Chris San, and I'm the Chief of Staff and the Head of Socius Academy at Socius. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about Socius Academy and our Certified Corporate Impact Professional Program. Okay, so in LinkedIn actually named sustainability specialists as the top 10 fastest growing job in 2025. And between the year 2023 and 2024, global demand for green talent, talent with green skills, grew at the rate of 2 times, twice the rate of supply of workers and so on. And the global hiring rate for individuals with green skills is 54.6% higher than average. And in the US, it is 80.3% higher than the average. So I'm not sure if you've heard of regulations like the CSRD, TCFD, or the SEC, but due to all of these global regulations, the global demand for impact professionals with green skills, for example, ESG specialists, impact accountants, or sustainability professionals or consultants, they have been increasing globally. So as I mentioned earlier, with the increased demand for these kind of talent, we're trying to provide the supply for these organizations. So next slide, please. So we're coming out with this new Certified Corporate Impact Professional Program, which is a certified program with the goal to train junior impact professionals. So in this program, what students will get is insights into the impact assessment ecosystem. For example, they will learn about impact-weighted accountings and so on, and they'll be guided by industry leaders, which I'll introduce later, and they'll learn about these methodologies that they will be using in real life after they graduate. And of course, as Sarah mentioned earlier, they will be practicing on real-life projects. So in Socius Fund, projects that are funded, they will actually have to go through impact reporting. And students in this program, they'll actually have to work on impact reporting for those funded projects. So this is what they will go through. And they will also, of course, receive career support from Socius and, of course, the industry leaders, the mentors that are going to guide them throughout the entire program. Next slide, please. And so these are the advisors we are currently working with. I'm not sure if you know 3 of them, but Sonia, she's from Novartis, and she's the author of the book, The Case for Impact. And David, he's currently in EY Japan. I'm not sure if any one of you know about David. And Hata-san, who's working at Clean Impact Capital. We're currently working with them, and they're guiding us through the curriculum to make the graduates of our program employable and, be able to contribute in the impact industry. And so let me talk a little bit about the career support we're going to give to graduates. So by the end of the program, we're going to have a career week where we'll arrange speeches or talks from industry leaders, or we'll research for events and have students attend impact events all around Tokyo. And then, of course, we have the Tech for Impact Summit, where it's a global event which is going to be hosted in Toranomon Hills Forum. And this is where they'll get to network and talk to impact leaders and so on. And of course, we have Socius Work, which is our impact talent marketplace, where students who don't want to join firms like EY, KPMG, and so on, and they prefer working freelance or like pursuing a freelance career, they will actually have the opportunities to promote their skills on Socius Work and also find jobs and get matched to other organizations as well. And yeah, if you're interested, registration is actually open. So this is for students or recent graduates. We're actually providing scholarship for this program. And also if you're a professional in another industry and you're looking to pivot your career into the impact industry, I welcome you to scan this QR code. If you can scan this QR code, it's socius.io/academy. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris-san. Does anyone have any questions so far for Socius Fund or Socius Academy? All good? Okay. So next one. So at the end of the session, we also have a Q&A session. So first, I would like to show a video.
Just blur, no wrong, no right. Steps.
Thank you everybody for joining. Good morning and welcome to Tech for Impact Summit 2024.
Shadows bend the light ignites. In the stillness in between, we find ourselves unseen.
I can't wait to see what all of you build and what we can do to make the world a better place.
Breathe the sky, let it go. In the silence, we both know.
皆さんが優れた人間で、話すたびに僕が疑問だったことが全て解決していく。
In the stillness in between, we find ourselves unseen. Moments slip a day, words unspoken drift away. Breathe the sky, let it go. In the silence, we both know.
technology, I'm sure you'll find your tribe there.
Sand flags in the flicker, nothing lasts.
Let's create a future where technology can serve all of humanity and our planet.
Night wakes, endless turning, all it
Thank you so much, everyone. Okay. So that video was from last year, and I think some of you have already been to our event. This year, we are actually, last year we did it in Shibuya in Hikarie, but this year we actually brought our event to Toranomon Hills Forum, so it's right next door. And this will happen on the 7th of October. Okay. Okay. So our goal is to accelerate change through collaboration. So we are bringing together investors, impact startups, media, cities from all over the world to discuss how we can tackle humanity's biggest challenges. And our theme is beyond boundaries. So we are trying to bridge and promote collaboration across impact and technology sectors, Japanese and global sectors, global communities, and big companies to small companies. So we are trying to bring together everyone to promote collaboration. And we are expecting about 2,000 people at this event, and including 200 startups and 60 investors. Our audience is quite broad because we are trying to bridge the gap between different sectors and go beyond boundaries. So we have startups, investors. We had quite a lot of policymakers, politicians last year, including some former ministers, and NPOs, international organizations like the United Nations and the Red Cross. Also, some municipalities like Sendai City, Utsunomiya City, and Shibuya City also joined our event. And education institutions, Musashino University joined last year, some banks, large corporations, and students who are interested in this event, as well as engineers such as blockchain and AI engineers. So we have 5 main activities during the day. So we have keynote speeches and panel discussions on the main stage, as well as pitch context for startups to present their solutions. And we have workshops in a smaller room, so probably about a room this size, and also mentoring session, especially for investors and startups to meet each other. So if you are running a startup and if you want to meet investors, this is a great opportunity because cold emails usually doesn't work with investors, but if you meet them in an event, you can actually build lasting relationships. And finally, also booth exhibitions. We had quite a few companies exhibiting their solutions. Also, municipalities, actually, Sendai City, Utsunomiya City, and Minato City also exhibited last year to promote more startups coming to their areas to encourage more innovation. And these are some of the speakers from last year. So we had the privilege to receive many prominent speakers from abroad. So Charles Hoskinson, he's one of the most famous people in the blockchain industry, blockchain for good industry. So he founded Ethereum, and also he founded Cardano. And we had Shunsuke Murasaki, he's Japanese but based in Singapore, and Chiara Lepora, the director of Médecins Sans Frontières, Doctors Without Borders. She also joined in from London for this event. And we had a representative from the Red Cross, and we had someone joining from Kenya and different countries. So who attends this event? It's many of your friends attended this event. So about half of our attendees are global and foreign nationals, and especially Japanese people who are also global-minded English-speaking people will also attend this event. So it's one of the few events in Japan that's focused on impact, but also it's bilingual. So we provide simultaneous Japanese and English interpretation. And that's one of the reasons why we were able to attract attendees from 58 countries. And our attendees are quite diverse. So if you go to different tech events, you see a lot of male colleagues and male people in suit. But this event is really diverse. So 41% is female or other. And our speakers and mentors are mostly founders and CEOs who are able to make decisions. These are some of the sponsors and partners from last year. We had Shibuya City's backing, so they were co-hosts to our event. We had Utsunomiya City, Musashino University, and we had media partner like Bloomberg, who supported our media outreach, and Sendai City, Minato City, and Futabasha, known for Crayon Shinchan, also supported our event. So we are looking for partners, sponsors, or media partners, and community partners, and that doesn't include, that doesn't have to be a financial relationship. And we are able to customize our partnerships according to your needs, according to your budgets. And if you are interested in collaborating, please talk to me or my team around here after the event. And finally, our tickets for this Tech for Impact Summit is quite reasonable. So only 5,000 yen for the standard pass. And if you are a student, it's only 2,000 yen. And we have an early bird campaign. So until the end of June, it's 3,500, 30% off for these tickets. So yes, that's the end of my presentation. So if you are interested in Tech for Impact Summit, we have early bird tickets available until the end of June. And if you can read this QR code, and if you buy a ticket today, we also gift, especially for Venture Cafe attendees, this Ledger Nano S. This is a hardware wallet for cryptocurrencies because we are sponsored by Cardano Foundation and Cardano community. And this Ledger Nano S is actually worth 6,000 yen. So if you're interested, please let me know. And if you can share, show that if you bought the ticket, we'll give you this Ledger Nano. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you. Any questions? 何か日本語でも質問受け付けてますので。
We'll be here after the event, so if you have any questions later on, feel free to come up to us and ask any questions. It could be about Socials Fund, Socials Academy, Tech for Impact Summit, or any other Socials products that we mentioned earlier as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.